What's up, YouTube? Honeybee here, bringing you a new video. And if you guys have been coming through the streams or been tuning into my YouTube channel here, you'll know I'm pretty excited for Avatar Legends, the fighting game, coming out tomorrow, July 23rd. So what we're going to do today is we're going to react to a new video that was just posted by the official Avatar Legends dev team talking about building a roster. We're going to react, give some thoughts, and after that I'm going to just do a tier list of sorts, but just my interest list of how intrigued I am when it comes to this 12 character roster on launch, who you guys can expect to see me playing right away, and just some general thoughts around that. So with that said, let's get into the video. So we have this video up. It's Avatar Legends, the fighting game, Dev Diaries, building the roster. It's less than 5 minutes, so let's check it out. That's kind of cool how they went into that. Oh man, you'll see that throughout this entire video, you can see just how good of a dev team they have when it comes to just the passion behind the project. You'll definitely see that throughout it. I did kind of look over this before, but I feel like it's worth going over again, making a video about it and talking, discussing, and everything, because I'm just hyped for this game tomorrow, guys.
Different characters from different eras into one story was an interesting challenge, to say the least.
We had to kind of say to ourselves, how do we satisfy the needs and desires of the Avatar fan while making a true balanced game?
We definitely wanted representation of different elements, different eras of Avatar.
My initial reaction was like, that's impossible. I just started to think like, well, okay, if we had to do this in Legend of Korra, where there's this harmonic convergence, this once every 10,000 years.
Man, I'm gonna just say, the game itself, the developers did such a good job with having like lore accurate things within this game. Like, we can talk about Toph not being blinded by Sokka's run that would blind anyone else, because obviously Toph is blind, so why should she get blinded, right? Or like the Zuko with the throw and the Fire Lord Ozai burning his face stuff, or redirecting lightning. It's honestly such a treat for anyone that has actually watched the series. I rewatched The Last Airbender a couple years back with my wife, and getting back into it was a lot of fun. Part of me wants to kind of do that again, maybe with Legend of Korra, because I don't remember when it came out, but the last time I watched Legend of Korra was when it came out, and I feel like it's been a while, so I don't really remember as much of like the lore of Legend of Korra. I had to refresh myself on like who Zahir even was, and what Nightmare Korra is, but I'm here for it.
Event. Maybe something happened with reality where it got fractured for a minute. For me, it's a plausible reason why these characters could coexist in the same reality for a bit anyway.
There's a lot of variety among the roster, and they do generally fit into some mold that you would expect from a fighting game.
We watched the series, we looked at every single move the character's done, we looked at their journey.
As well as personalities, right?
Like, I really believe the devs when they say these things.
People have been asking about Cabbage Guy. He is in the game.
In what capacity is he in the game?
Lin is my favorite character.
I am Zahir's #1 fan. I was not going to let him not be in this game.
I think the challenge was just to really represent the characters as they are on the show.
Each character in each environment is hand-drawn. We have over 900 frames or more for each character. In the case of Zuko,
that's actually already crazy. When you think about that, 900 hand-drawn frames for every single character. Part of me wonders though, like when it comes to like creating additional skins and stuff like that, how realistic is it to have a long list of options of alternate skins, or is that just asking too much if everything's hand-drawn? Let me know in the comments below if you guys know anything about what that entails, because I don't.
An additional
to be honest.
X amount of frames, several hundred, needed to be drawn for Zuko's entire moveset.
Oh yeah, we're gonna put this back. This is actually so sick.
As they are on the show.
Each character in each environment is hand-drawn. We have over 900 frames or more for each character. In the case of Zuko, an additional X amount of frames, several hundred, needed to be drawn for Zuko's entire moveset so that his scar wasn't appearing on the wrong side of his face.
Zuko,
If you think about Hellboy in Injustice 2, where one of his arms is supposed to have like the gauntlet thing, or even Conquest in Invincible Versus, he has his like one hand that has the gauntlet thing. There's times where in those games it's on the wrong side just because of the way they have to switch like that, and maybe it was too much effort. I don't understand why it couldn't be that way, but the fact that they specifically made it so that in this game Zuko's scar is always on the proper side of his face
is an interesting character because
Amazing.
he had a lot of evolution and growth throughout the franchise.
He has a redemption mechanic where when he satisfies certain conditions in the match, he becomes more powerful.
From a
honestly, that's another thing about this game I really like. The whole critical hit thing that has all these kind of character specific, lore specific type of rationale for why something is going to work in this capacity, and that's going to make it better for you to do this as like a one-time bonus. For example, with Toph, she has her taunting thing, and it makes sense because that's who she was in the show. Like that's what she would do, and you do it, you get a reward of some sort. I saw something about Korra where, you know, in the show she's more of a kind of a head first kind of character that just rushes into things, and you're rewarded for that in the game by getting like a first hit bonus of extra chakra. Like I love stuff like that. You can tell that it's just it's so true to just the IP. It's so good. And then you add on the fact that we have an amazing tutorial that's coming with this game, and the combos and it just all looks amazing to me. Like I'm so excited for this game, guys.
In perspective, he has the most infamous degenerate move of all, the dive kick, and he uses it very, very well.
In the case of Azula, she has two modes, one for her focused stance and one for her Fire Lord stance, which is reflective of her character arc.
But she doesn't actually change stance mid-fight, so depending on her support character, she can be in a focused state or in a Fire Lord state, which actually has very, very large implications in terms of how you combo and how you approach your pace of play with Azula. Everyone loves the Melon Lord.
I am on top. I am Melon Lord.
I didn't know that was that iconic, to be honest.
One of the
but
unique
alright.
things about Toph is that she is very tiny, one of the shortest characters in the game, but she actually kind of functions as a big, strong, armored character.
Toph's flow mechanics, if
That's
you hold
pretty
the
cool.
flow button, she will taunt the opposing character on the screen.
Because that is who Toph is.
You ready for a royal butt whooping, sad boy?
And when she completes that voice line, the enemy character will have a nerf of some kind. Sokka's a funny one, very slapstick character,
We didn't want him to seem too silly.
to a point where he almost looked incapable in combat.
He's not helpless in the game. He's actually quite cunning. Every single character has a light, medium, heavy, or ABC combo in the game, except for Sokka, because that ABC combo is really characteristic of how we represent vendors in the game. He cannot do that.
That's so
But what
cool. Sokka
Sokka does have is a club, he has his sword, he also has the ability to use his boomerang in multiple ways, and his friends help him.
Aang,
I really like the rationale and like the explanation behind, like, you know, ABC combos are how they show bending, but Sokka's not a bender, therefore the way he plays is different. It's very similar, I think, to even Rexplode in Invincible Versus, where he was different. I don't know why necessarily he was so different, but he could chain like heavy into medium attacks and stuff like that. And it was just weird. It was different. They kind of seem to be going that route with Sokka. Now, I will say, I've mentioned before, especially during my streams, that Sokka is actually like the only character in this game that I don't think anything about him is that appealing to me. Like, I think the goofiness of the character is a little bit too much for me to want to play him. I'll get into my thoughts on the whole roster later in the video though, so let's continue.
is our iconic airbender.
he's kind of the quintessential movement-based character. He flies around with his glider, he dodges things, he air scooters.
Avatar State Aang, another character not many people have seen yet.
He's so sick.
But think of Aang dialed up to 11 with massive hitboxes, tons of VFX for all 4 elements at once.
Kyoshi's one of my favorites.
Take no more.
We were so excited to have Kyoshi featured in this game.
She is a 7-foot tall, extremely seasoned avatar.
Super huge hitboxes, very spectacular VFX, and an incredible set of supers.
She actually takes a character, splits the world in half, throws them between it, and smashes them.
We're big fans of Kyoshi and the novels, so just to see her
pretty
in
vicious.
motion in such a rich and authentic experience is incredible. It just gets me super excited for
Kyoshi,
the
I've
future
seen like
of this
almost
game,
nothing of
the Avatar
actually
franchise,
at this point.
and what lies ahead.
So now that we watched that, let's give some thoughts on the roster right now and what characters I'm really going to be putting my time in. They have this tier list maker thing. They have like all the variations. I'm just gonna use one to kind of just represent that character for me. So let's go from start to end. With Aang, I'm gonna just say, before I saw Avatar State Aang and Nightmare Korra and Zahir and Ozai just recently, I would say Aang and Korra were actually starting to go up to this level for me, where I was actually starting to think maybe I want to try it out. But I feel like he's kind of dipped to this like maybe tier, where a lot of what he did was cool, but after seeing Avatar State Aang, like that just seems like a much more fun version to me, using all the elements, the bullet rock stuff that he's doing, and like I just love the fact that he's using all the elements. So we're gonna put the regular version of Aang in just the maybe tier. Toph is definitely up there. I still don't know what variation is going to be like the best to play. I was mainly playing the Hippo version, but I don't know if I was even like utilizing it that much. But she's definitely up there, and she's been up there like main material for sure. Zuko, he's more so in like a maybe tier for me, where something about him is just not exciting me enough. Azula, I remember when I first saw the trailer for her, I was kind of thinking that I was really gonna be interested in her, but maybe the more that I watch Azula gameplay, I've been looking at a fair amount like Sonic and whatever, some other people as well, it's just, I don't know, the character just doesn't feel like it's the one for me. I'm not as excited to even try this character, to be honest. I don't think she's one for me. Now Sokka is easily, I would say, at the lowest of my list. Like he's just not, I don't know, it is too much of this running, talking, throwing the boomerang and stuff. I don't know, it's just not it for me. I feel like I've seen a good amount of what high level Sokka gameplay is and has to offer, and for me it's just not there. Katara, for those of you that saw, I put out some Katara gameplay and stuff, and she was pretty cool. Actually, she was pretty cool, and I think she's still like in that area of I could be intrigued to play her. The only drawback is it just seems like she's a little bit weaker to me, and I don't know if I want to put myself in this position again, because I've been putting myself in like a position of playing not the strongest characters for a while, but we'll see. Korra, very much like Aang, as I was saying, like she was there in terms of like someone that I was thinking about playing, but now after seeing Nightmare Korra, my interest in this version of Korra has gone down. Although I will say she's probably at the top of my maybe list. I really don't know much of anything about Avatar Kyoshi right now. The fact that she's like this big body character kind of makes me not as interested. Big body characters aren't generally the kind of characters that I gravitate towards. So I feel like currently I have her in the top of not interested, but I haven't seen that much of her, and basically every character in this game has like really cool combos and stuff, and if I saw enough cool stuff, I might change my mind. Firelord Ozai, I would say he's kind of like around here in the maybe tier, maybe a little bit higher than Zuko, where there's some interesting stuff about him. He's also like a big body though, which kind of makes it not as appealing for me. But there was some cool stuff that we saw in the few matches that we've seen of him. So we'll wait and see. Now Zahir is, I would say he's at the top of my intrigue tier, where his combos and movement just look really cool to me. Just look really cool, and I just feel like he would be a lot of fun to play and be good with. Now, the one of the biggest drawbacks about him is it kind of seemed to me like throughout the tutorial of watching Maximilian do trying him out and stuff, it seemed like it's pretty tough to do some of those airflow mechanics and air flight, unflight type of things, and that makes me feel like he's maybe someone I'd want to come to when I just feel more comfortable with the game in general. And, you know, I can spend time feeling like I'm just learning the character instead of needing to learn the entire game, you know, around this character. Avatar State Aang, I just feel like is super sick. Everything about his moveset was just really cool to me, and it just makes me want to play him. Same thing for Nightmare Korra. Like, these guys are up there. I'm honestly kind of torn. A part of me feels like, because part of what I'm trying to do is create good content for the game, part of me feels like it might be in my best interest to be diving into Nightmare Korra or even Avatar State Aang first, because I know at this point we've seen a lot of what Toph has to offer. I've seen the high level Toph stuff, and while I do think I could do it, I think it would take time for me to even get to a point where I can do stuff as well as that. But maybe I should just be exploring these two guys first because they're new. You know, they're new, they're saucy, and I want to try them out. But it's honestly a toss-up right now. Like, I feel like it could go any which way between these three, and then Zahir is like a very clear fourth for me, with kind of Katara after that. This is definitely, I would say, my order of how I'm feeling towards these characters. Anyways, let me know in the comments below, what character are you planning to play in Avatar Legends, the fighting game? We will be front paged on Twitch, by the way, on July 30th, so feel free to come through for that. It's going to be a lot of fun, but I will be live tomorrow regardless. I'll leave a link to my stream in the description of the video. It's twitch.tv/honeybeecommander. You can find me there. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Expect to see a lot of Avatar Legends content from me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.